Well, I'm the Chair Professor of Landscape Architecture here at the Estonian University of Life Sciences, and it's my very great pleasure to welcome you all here to our university and our department to the midterm conference of the Modscapes project. And so we are going to start this evening, and as you know, we'll then move to the Estonian National Museum tomorrow and Wednesday. But one reason we couldn't go there today is that on Mondays they are shut. So it's one of those things, so we couldn't host it there. So we're hosting it here instead. Now, amongst the people to welcome you, I was hoping we would have Ülle Jakma, who's the Vice Rector of Research at the university, but she hasn't made an appearance. But anyway, I would just like to mention a little bit that this university, University of Life Sciences, was until 2005 the Estonian Agricultural University. And before that it was an Estonian Agricultural Academy. And in fact it was very important because it taught students about all the things to do with agriculture, which in the Estonian context in Soviet times was about collectivization, it was about land amelioration, it was land drainage, it was rural buildings, it was crop development, it was animals and veterinary, all those kinds of things, and forestry. And so, in fact, those of us who've been on the field trip today from the Modscapes team and all the rest of you who are going to be hearing presentations about collectivization and the way the landscape changed through that will find that actually this university was at the forefront scientifically of doing those works back in those days. And another intriguing little tidbit is that in 1995, is that right, Thomas, when the department was sort of started again, or started, our department, yeah, 1995, the professor who actually started it up was actually a professor of land drainage. So it's interesting that he felt that actually the new republic and new possibilities for public space and the landscape and so on required landscape architecture. And so, in fact, somebody who was responsible for promoting the drainage of thousands of hectares of wetlands and things like this actually sponsored the development of the department, which I then joined 10 years later when the university changed into the University of Life Sciences from the Agricultural University during the time of the then Vice Rector, Andres Koppel, who is here joining us from his present position in ETAG, the Eesti Teadusagentuur, the Estonian Research Agency, which is, of course, the sponsor of the funding for our part of the project here in Estonia. So I just have one little technical thing to report on before handing over to Andres, and that is that there are certificates of attendance to the conference for everybody, which you can pick up after this session on leaving the hall. So that means those of you who need to demonstrate and prove that you were here, or you just want it anyway, or even if you don't want it, it's there for you. Everyone has one. So you can get that, and I know it's sometimes important for some people. So since we don't have anybody else from the university at this point, I'll hand over to Andres and ask him to address you on behalf of ETAG.